Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Hi, how are you? My name is Jeannie. This is Unfiltered 50s, and if you've never been here before, then I'd like to extend a big welcome to you. In today's video, we are going to be doing a little edition of Team Up Tuesday, and my partner this time is going to be my good friend Jess. I know that you know her. If you've been on my channel at all, you know her. We do a lot of collabs. We do dynamic duo giveaways, and in the spirit of just it being October, Halloween time, fall time, kind of getting in the spirit of maybe, well, I want to say maybe some Halloween parties, some festive parties, but you know, I just don't know how much of that is going on. But she and I wanted to put together a look, Halloween, maybe a little bit of a Halloween glam eyeshadow look for you today, and so that is what we are doing, and talk to you about some of our favorite palettes for the month of October as we are in the festive time of Halloween, and just all of the fun characters and imagination that comes along with this month and the time of Halloween. So if you are interested in seeing that and seeing some of my favorite palettes for Halloween, then just keep on watching. We're going to be getting into it right now. Outside of Harley Quinn being the female that's my favorite, the Joker is another one of my favorites. So this look is more, I would say, Joker inspired. It's green and purple. And so, yeah, if you're getting into the Halloween vibe, this is an easy look that you can wear out. You can wear to a Halloween party. You can wear it to work. Just anything festive that you're going to be doing for Halloween, just handing out candy. And sometimes the more dramatic makeup is not so much my talent level. I'm just not that good at all of the dramatic makeup effects, so I have to kind of tend to simmer it down and just stick with a look inspired by a character outside of my Harley Quinn makeup that I seem to have perfected, which isn't very hard to do. Red eyeshadow look and a blue eyeshadow look, monochromatic eyeshadow, one on each eye. That's not that hard to do. So yes, my look is inspired by the character of the Joker, and so I wanted to show you some of my favorite palettes. So whenever I think about Halloween, it's usually these type of colors, and my all-time favorite in my collection palette for Halloween is the Hank and Henry Poison palette. Guys, to me, this palette right here just screams Halloween to me. It is a grungy type palette. It has all of the colors that I seem to think just speaks the Joker to me. It has your green, your purple, but it is also in and of itself a beautiful, beautiful palette that you can create a very pretty green look with. The depths and ranges of greens in this palette will lend itself to creating a very variegated green look on your eye, and I really, really like this palette. So again, this is my #1 top pick for Halloween palettes. This is the one that I always seem to go towards. This is the one that I always think about, and the one that just screams Halloween palette to me. And that is, again, the Poison palette by Hank and Henry. Coming in at number 2 would be the Moon Spell palette by Lunar Beauty. And this palette has got a lot of different colors that you can use, a lot of different mattes, a lot of different metallics. It's a beautiful palette. It goes on well on the eyes, but I really believe that more than what's on the inside of this palette, I always think about this particular palette more for the outer packaging than the inner when it comes to a Halloween palette. Not that you can't create plenty of beautiful purple smoky looks with this palette, but it's really the outer packaging that does it for me. Book of Spells vibe that this gives me really makes this rise to the top, and every time that it gets the month of October, I start thinking about this palette. And for that reason, I'm just really happy that I have this one in my collection. One, it's a beautiful palette. I like Lunar Beauty, but more just, I think it was a very cool concept for him to come out with this palette, and I think Manny did a great job on this palette. Most of the names in the palette for the shades are named after witches, and so it's just an all-around good Halloween palette. Coming in at number 3 is going to have to be the Disney times ColourPop Hocus Pocus palette. This is one of the cutest palettes that I think ColourPop has ever come out with. I was ecstatic to be able to get my hands on this. I think that the color choices are absolutely phenomenal in this palette. You do have a really nice black that you can really amp up the depth of any of the colors and just smoke out any look. You've got the grunge because you've got the green, you've got the purpley plums in it. So the color story is a really good color story. Cricket. You've got a really good color story for Halloween in this palette, and it's just so cute with the 3 witches in the movie Hocus Pocus. I love the names of the shades and how it seems to have reference back to the movie. I love the fact that you've got some really good neutrals that you can start your eye look off with. You've got the browns, you've got the pale pinks for the transition, all over lid colors. It is a very well thought out palette, and I'm really liking this one. So if you haven't had a chance to get your hands on the Hocus Pocus palette from ColourPop in collaboration with Disney, then this is a great one for the month of October. So the Joshua Tree palette from Aether Beauty is another great selection. It's got those greens that I just feel is essential whenever you're talking about creating a Halloween grungy vibe, kind of that look. Maybe it is because I just associate Halloween with the Joker. I don't know why, but that's what I associate it with, being one of my favorite characters. But not only do you have all of the beautiful deep colors on the side with your bright periwinkle and purples, you've also got the grounding shades that you need to create the blend of the shadows over here. You've got the lighter peachy vanilla-ish type, just fleshy toned colors. You've got this really pretty yellow as well. So I think that this is a great go-to palette to create a nice, pretty fall, easy matte look. I just love this palette. I think it's a really great choice. And then coming in last but not least is a palette that I really think can really amp up any kind of a look. And that is the Urban Decay Stoned Vibes palette. And it looks like this. So you've got your darker, plummy, almost maroonish, cross between maroon and plum shades in here. But what this palette has is it's got all of these shimmery, shiny greens that you can put for just a great look if you want on your lid, just to amp it up, to give it some bite, to give it some flair, to give it some drama. And I used this color here called Raw Energy today as a lid topper, and it's just gorgeous. So I am just really ecstatic with this palette. I just think that this palette is so pretty. So this is a very, very good one to have in your collection and to use whenever you're creating some of these looks. Now, what did I use today and how did I create this look that I have on my eyes? Well, of course I used the Hank and Henry palette, but exactly how did I use it? So I went in and I started with strychnine right here, and I put that all over the lid and pretty high above the brow bone here. And so then I started going in and just deepening and brightening up that with Poison Ivy, which is this bright green color right here. Then I took it a little bit deeper with Toxic out on the outer V. And then I also brought the Toxic into the inner corner to try and, once again, try and do a little bit of a halo eye. And then I went in to the center and I used Nightshade, which is this purple. I put some of the Anthrax, which is the white, underneath the brow bone for a brow bone highlighter. And then underneath the lower lash rim, I went ahead and just kind of mirrored what I had done on my eye. I put a little bit of Poison Ivy, a little bit of the Nightshade. I even dipped down into Foxglove, which is this maroony plum shade here. And then after I had my look complete, I went back in and over the top of the Nightshade purple color, I put this Raw Energy right here, this purple shade topper. And that's the sparkle that you'll see on my lid. So I think that the look really turned out well. So you'll have to let me know what you think of the look. I'll put in some close-up pictures of the eye look for you and let you see how it turned out, where you can see really close in detail with using the Stoned Vibes palette eye topper, because I think that this really just put the icing on top of the cake for the eye look. This really made the eye look stand out, and I'm really, really happy with that palette for all of the different ways that you can use it, for the different looks that you can create. Maybe not as a standalone palette, but as a complementary palette. So now it's your turn. What is your favorite Halloween palettes? What is your go-to Halloween look whenever you're doing Halloween makeup? What do? Do you actually create creative, fun themes? Do you just do a colorful, more standard eyeshadow look? What is your go-to? And what palette is your choice? I would love to hear from you in the comment section below about what you're loving this month as we are getting closer and closer and closer into Halloween. Are you going to dress up this year? Are you going to be a character? Are they having Halloween in your neck of the woods? I still haven't heard. I'm really not sure whether I need to be handing out candy or not. A lot of times I dress up as a Ninja Turtle, and that's my costume that I have at the house where I give out candy, and I am a Ninja Turtle. So yeah, I'm not really sure what's going to be going on this year in my neighborhood as far as will the kids be trick-or-treating or not. As long as they have on masks, I really don't see why not. If they have to go to school, I guess I think that they should get to go trick-or-treating. What's your opinions on it? Yeah, you'll have to let me know in the comments below. I hope that you enjoyed today's video. If you haven't subscribed to my channel but you'd like to be, go ahead and click on the big red subscribe button down below. It's really easy and it's free. And don't forget to go over and check out my BFF Jess over on her channel. That's Jess Gus. She will be down in the description box, and she's been up in the iCards, and she's a bobblehead at the end of the video. I always have her as a bobblehead where you can just click on the bobblehead and it'll take you right over to her channel. Then you can watch her video, check out her look, check out some of her favorite Halloween palettes. We hope that you've enjoyed this video and this Team Up Tuesday, and I'll see you in the next one, guys. Mwah. Smooches. Bye till next time.